2025. We've got drama that's got the internet playing detective, dominance from a Pennsylvania powerhouse in Texas, and enough weekend racing action to make your head in faster than a sprint car on a slick track. So grab your headphones and your favorite beverage, and let's dive into the madness because it's time to start switching grooves. So, first up, Danny Dietrich is stirring the pot with accusations of illegal wing flex, meme wars, and a Facebook Live rant that's pure dirt racing theater. All right, let's set the scene. This past Sunday, Ashton Torgerson, a rising name in the sprint car world, turned in a performance that had folks scratching their heads. And suddenly the kid's glued to the lead like he's got rocket fuel in the tank. So, cue Danny Dietrich, who's never met a controversy. He's been afraid to mix up a bit. Dietrich hops online and drops 2 photos of the 1A car's top wing. One of these shots, well, Justin Fiedler from Dirt Tracker Daily snapped it back in 2024 at Golden Isles. Now, in these pics, the center foil of the wing looks like it's doing the limbo under the air pressure. Dietrich's theory? That flex equals extra downforce. Illegal downforce. His quote, "That's one way to make the new kid on the block look fast." Oh, but wait, there's actually more. Torgerson actually skipped the traditional wing dance in Victory Lane, which is a move Danny Dietrich side-eyes harder than a $5 steak. So, enter Jacob Allen, Shark Racing's resident meme lord, who claps back with a photo of Dietrich's wing captioned, "Call the cops. Danny Dietrich is cheating." And just when you think it can't get any weirder, Allen posts a picture of himself holding a baby with Dietrich's face slapped on it. Folks, I couldn't make this up if I tried. This is dirt racing's version of a TikTok feud. Equal parts hilarious, unhinged, and absolutely brilliant. So, now let's talk the nitty-gritty. Wings, rules, and gray areas. Wednesday morning, Dietrich went live on Facebook to unpack his theory. And let me tell you, it was a doozy. Most rulebooks, like the World of Outlaws, cap the centerfoil thickness at 9 inches. But Danny seems to think teams may actually be playing the system by using a 9-inch outer shell with the internal supports meant for a 7-inch foil. That setup could actually let the aluminum sheathing flex downward more at higher speeds, creating extra downforce via a dish, like the old-fashioned dish wings. But here's the kicker. The photo Justin took that Dietrich shared, well, like we said before, it's from 2024, way before Torgerson's hot-off-the-press victory. And while that shot does show flex, there's actually another shot from the same night where the wing is stiffer than a tax auditor. So, is this just smoke? Or is this just a bunch of mirrors? Fans are now playing Where's Waldo with every sprint car wing picture they see online. Some angles look guilty, but others totally clean. Is Shark Racing pushing boundaries? Or is this wing just older than a collection of Leonard Skinner vinyl? And let's talk rules. The Outlaws rule book on wing section is actually longer than a CVS receipt, but it says nothing about inner supports or flexing. It's like writing a recipe without listing the ingredients. So if a team finds a gray area, what is a tech inspector supposed to do? This isn't just dirt racing's problem, though. Formula One has actually been battling the same exact issue with carbon fiber wings flexing at high speeds. They've got static load tests, high speed cameras, and budgets bigger than Texas, and they're still losing sleep over it. If F1 can't solve this, then how's your local short track supposed to actually solve this? To go along with it all, though, there have been plenty of comments online, such as Dietrich's just salty because Torgerson's out driving him. Flex happens. It's called aerodynamics, Danny. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But if you get caught, you ain't trying hard enough. And this little gem from Twitter. Jacob Allen putting Danny's face on a baby is the content that I live for. Never change, dirt racing. Insane. Well, let's zoom out. Flexgate isn't just about wings. It's about the eternal cat and mouse game between innovation and regulation. When teams aren't busted, fans scream, cover up. When they are caught, teams cry witch hunt. Remember in 2019, the tire doping scandal? Or last year's fuel valve debacle? Tech wars are baked into racing's DNA. But here's the rub. Policing this stuff is expensive. Local tracks can't afford F1's 500 feet per second cameras, so we rely on gut feelings, grainy photos, and the occasional whistleblower. I'm not defending cheaters at all, but I'm also not going to vilify teams working within the rulebook's gray areas. Innovation is what drives this sport. The first guy who tilted a wing sideways was called a madman, and now it's just a standard. The solution? I don't know. Maybe we need clearer rules. Maybe we need to embrace the chaos. After all, what would dirt racing be if it wasn't for all the drama? Would it be half as fun? And if you want to test your own flex skills, Dirt Track and Sprint Cars on iOS and Android can help you do just that. With big block modifieds, 410 winged, non-winged, and midgets, along with real-world drivers and 11 different tracks, you'll be sure to find all levels of competition. Download today and see if you can outrun the drama. Now, back to the show. So, switching grooves from drama to dominance, Brent Marks just put on a clinic last night at Texas Motor Speedway. If you thought Flexgate was wild, wait till you hear how this Pennsylvania powerhouse is rewriting the record books on dirt. Last night, Marks stamped his name deeper into Fort Worth lore with his third win in 5 starts at Texas Motor Speedway dirt track. And this wasn't just any victory. This was the Stockyard Stampede, a race where he's actually now back-to-back champ with Kubota High Limit Racing. And let's not forget that fat $50,000 check he pocketed here last year. The man's basically got a timeshare in Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. Starting from the pole, Marks faced a gauntlet of challenges. 3 early restarts, literally within the first 10 laps, a heart-stopping duel with Brad Sweet, and a minefield of lap traffic in the final laps. But the Murray Marks Motorsports number 19 was on a rail, leading all 25 laps to snag their first Chasm Safety Products win sticker of the season and their 4th career high limit trophy. But hold up, it wasn't a Sunday cruise. Brad Sweet, piloting the slick new gold and blue Casey Kane Racing number 49, shout out to Napa's 100th anniversary, lurked in Mark's path all night. On a lap 9 restart, Sweet nearly pulled a heist, driving underneath like a Texas tornado, but Marks actually shut the door, and Sweet had to settle for second. His 6th podium in 7 high limit races. Consistency? This guy's a metronome. And how about Sam Hafertepe Jr.? The Sunnyvale, Texas native brought the hometown crowd to its feet with a 3rd place finish in the Hills Racing number 15H. That's right. Hafertepe's now part of an elite club alongside Kyle Larson as the only non-full-time teams to podium with both High Limit and the World of Outlaws this year. Talk about a flex. Rounding out the top 5, Texan Chase Randall with a career best 4th, and Sunshine Tyler Courtney in 5th, proving the Clausen Marshall number 7 BC is still a force. Let's rapid fire the rest of the top 10. Casey Kane, Young Gun Landon Crawley, fan favorite Rico Abreu, the ever dangerous Kyle Larson, and Tanner Thorson. Here's what's ahead this weekend. The High Limit Stockyards Stampede finale fires back up tomorrow night at Texas Motor Speedway, while the trucks are racing tonight at the big track, the asphalt track, so we cannot run on the dirt track. So that'll be back tomorrow. And meanwhile, in Ohio, the World of Outlaws are actually teaming up with USAC to storm Eldora Speedway for Let's Race 2. And in Pennsylvania, the Honest Abe Roofing Fast on Dirt Tour, fresh off of a barn burner in Muskingum County, was actually supposed to hit the track at Tri-City Speedway tonight, but Mother Nature said otherwise. But for tonight's race, they're eyeing a July reschedule, so we'll see what happens there. But tonight, Fast will actually pivot to Mercer Raceway, or tomorrow, Fast will pivot to Mercer Raceway for a 4,000 to win showdown. So in the end, Marks is actually proving that consistency and ice-cool nerves can outgun even the juiciest drama, and Torgerson's team hasn't technically been busted, but Dietrich's got the megaphone out anyways. As for the rest of us, well, we're just here for the show. But love him or hate him, Dietrich's stirring the pot, and that's actually healthy. Controversy keeps the sport honest, or at the very least, entertaining. So let the tech wars continue to rage on, because in dirt racing, the line between genius and outlaw is thinner than that center foil. So whether you're here for the checkered flags or the chaos, remember, this is Switching Grooves, where we don't just cover races, we unpack the stories that fuel them. So subscribe today so you don't miss anything. And until next time, I'm Russ Fritz. Say race hard, stay safe, and I'll see you at the track.